Video games are seen as trivial fun and often a waste of time. But combine them with the internet, and online gaming has users plugged into a virtual reality that they become too much a part of. Jamie Ross explores the dangers of online gaming.
Brett McPhail is present in body, but his mind is far off in the world of Warcraft. There, he's a mage, battling his way through a virtual reality of mythological creatures. World of Warcraft is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game that connects thousands of monthly subscribers across the globe. But it's not all fun and games.
When I was basically a World of Warcraft addict, as some people would say.
McPhail used to play the game excessively, sometimes more than 5 hours per day.
But I found that it was much more difficult to make conversation with my friends, basically because I was doing something completely different than they were, and we had no really common ground and things to speak of. So you sort of, once you get so hooked on this game, you alienate yourself from the real world because you're detaching yourself from current things.
He says the experience opened his eyes to the possibility that video games are habit-forming and maybe even addictive.
Well, video game addictions certainly is a legitimate problem for some people.
Dr. Richard Nicky is a retired psychology professor at the University of New Brunswick. He conducts gaming addiction research and has done specific work concerning the World of Warcraft. Nicky says he's found that people who play the game excessively use World of Warcraft as a vehicle to escape stress from their daily lives, causing them to break their social ties.
And we found that indeed stress was a factor, that when people are more highly stressed, they're more apt to play World of Warcraft excessively. Okay. Also, we found that if they do play World of Warcraft, they're more apt to zone out, to dissociate is a word that we use, dissociation. That is, they're able to kind of numb out or zone out, say they're able to get away to escape from their stresses.
McPhail denies using the game as an escape, but said it made him negligent to the world around him.
I could have been doing better in school, which I definitely did sacrifice a lot of hours of potential schoolwork to play the game.
He suffered both socially and academically, a sentiment Nicky says is common in excessive gamers.
It could result in academic failure, or it could result in poor grades, or maybe even poor relationships.
And you talking to people?
Though some criticize the game as being antisocial, it actually promotes interaction, with users communicating over a headset or the keyboard.
You just click on the little horde icon on the minimap and it'll tell you what Eye of the Storm number you're in.
McPhail says games like these give people a sense of belonging they might not find in real life because they have a hard time fitting in.
You have people who in the real world are being brought down to a level so low by their peers and just basically other people's opinions of them that they look for an escape in a game like this, where it's easier to gain a specific status in a game like World of Warcraft than it is in real life.
Video gaming addictions aren't yet recognized by the Clinical Psychology Handbook as a mental disorder, but Nicky expects to see them there in the near future, falling under the umbrella of the internet. As for McPhail, he says he's reformed and only plays the game in moderation for less than a few hours per week. For Stu Journalism, I'm Jamie Ross.